Right now on News 8 at 5, a Quad City officer is seriously injured after a 10-mile chase today involving a garbage truck. What police say led up to the dangerous pursuit.
This is home away from home for these teachers, families.
And a fire shuts down an area elementary school. The rush to get teachers and hundreds of students back in class.
Live from WQAD, this is News 8 at 5.
Good evening, I'm Johnny Gendrich. Thank you for watching tonight. Jim and Denise have the night off. New at 5 tonight, another local police officer is badly hurt after trying to stop a suspect who took off in a stolen garbage truck. It happened this morning in Scott County. News 8's Chris Miner reports on the 10-mile pursuit that started in Davenport and ended near Buffalo, with the town's police chief now in surgery.
The stolen blue garbage truck landed on railroad tracks off Highway 22 near Buffalo after authorities say the driver rammed a police squad car trying to stop him.
At this time, we don't know, but it appears that the vehicle, the garbage truck, swerved towards the officer's vehicle and struck the officer's vehicle.
Buffalo Police Chief T.J. Betting was out of his squad car trying to lay stop sticks on the road when he was hit. Airlifted to Iowa City, Sheriff Tim Lane today visibly shaken.
But the officer was severely injured. There's serious injuries. He was airlifted to Iowa City. Can you cut for a second?
It started when Davenport police tried to arrest a suspect in a stalking case.
Once they located the individual did run. There was in a vehicle.
The suspect and another man took off in a red truck, speeding through Scott County into Bluegrass. With police in pursuit, they eventually crashed the truck off a gravel road into a ditch. Police able to arrest one man, but not the other.
At that time, the passenger, we believe was the passenger, not the driver, was taken into custody. But the driver of that vehicle then took a garbage truck, which he made available to himself. That's not entirely known how.
The stolen garbage truck headed then toward the river to Highway 22, where the officer was hit. He's in an Iowa City hospital tonight. In Buffalo, Chris Miner, WQAD News 8.
Thank you, Chris. Chief Benning is a 21-year veteran with the Buffalo Police Department. A city councilman tonight says he's undergoing surgery right now. The names of those suspects haven't been released, but police say tonight that both are in custody. 4 Davenport women face charges after a shooting and a car chase. Police were first called to the 700 block of West 63rd Street near Goose Creek Park around midnight. They say a woman inside a home was hit by a bullet and then taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Another shots fired call came in more than an hour later on Appomattox Road. Then, just before 3, police received a call about a woman loading a gun on the 300 block of North Division. Police later tried stopping that suspect's car, but were led on a chase from Davenport into Rock Island and then back into Davenport, where police were able to stop the car. 4 officers suffered minor injuries. 4 women have been arrested. They face charges including interference with official acts, and more charges are possible. School is canceled this week for more than 200 students at Molene's Franklin Elementary School after a fire damaged the building. Tonight, the superintendent says he's not sure when students will be able to come back. News 8's Jenna Morton joins us live in Moline to tell us the district's plan for the students.
Johnny, all the entries at the school have been blocked off, and even tonight you can still smell the smoke. The district superintendent says they are working on a plan to get kids back to school as soon as possible, but it won't be here, at least not for a while. Sunday morning, firefighters arrived at Franklin Elementary School to find smoke coming from the building. The district superintendent says they believe the fire was caused by an electrical issue. Now the district has to find a spot to fit its 270 students plus its staff, as well as replace all the classroom supplies.
Our goal is to get these kids back in school as soon as we can. And, you know, we're looking at all different kinds of options. Do we find a building, somebody's volunteers to let us use their building where we can set up classroom space? I know some of the churches have volunteered some parts of their buildings. but our goal is try to keep this building as whole.
We're talking about years worth of supplies for some of these teachers that are now gone. People in the community are stepping up to help. One Moline student started a GoFundMe page to help raise money for those supplies. Last we checked, it was at $4,200 that have been raised so far in just one day. And the Moline girls volleyball team will collect donations at their game tomorrow night. Reporting live in Moline, Jenna Morton, WQAD News 8.
All right, thanks a lot, Jenna. Tonight, the school district is holding a meeting for parents to update them on this situation. It will be at Wilson Middle School at 7:30. One person was killed after trying to help the driver of an overturned semi in Iowa County. The accident happened just after 1:30 yesterday morning along Interstate 80 just west of Iowa City. Iowa State Patrol says a semi overturned, blocking part of the road and median. That's when a passerby got out of his car to help the driver, but was hit by an oncoming car. A Rochester mother was arrested for drunk driving while breastfeeding a child. 40-year-old Tasha Schleicher was taken into the custody on Saturday. Police say she hit a guardrail on the highway. When an officer walked up to the car, she was seen breastfeeding a baby with 4 other children in the car. Police say her blood alcohol content was twice the legal limit. The children are now in the custody of Child Protective Services. Turning to weather right now, the heat is sticking around for the start of our work week, but it won't be around much longer. Storm Track 8 meteorologist Taylor Graham has a first check of our forecast. Hi, Taylor.
Hi, Johnny. I'm pretty confident this is the last time that I'm going to be using this graphic for quite a while. But once again, we tied for the record high today. We hit a high of 91 back in 1920, the previous record, and today that's what we got up to once again. And really, many of us saw those low 90s on the boards. 92 was your high in Savannah, 92 in Sterling or Rock Falls. Still fairly warm out there this evening. Many of us sitting at that 90-degree mark, and also the mid-80s here in the Quad Cities. Check out how much cooler it is off towards our west, though. That's all thanks to a cold front that's not only going to be bringing in some cooler air, but also some rain. Speaking of rain, seeing a couple of showers passing through to the south of the Quad Cities at the moment. Can't rule out a few more showers as we head into the rest of the overnight hours, but I'm expecting most of us to see a partly to mostly cloudy sky. Lows pretty mild in the mid to upper 60s, but finally relief from the heat is on the way heading into the rest of the week. I'll tell you how much we expect temperatures to drop coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Taylor. Tropical storm warnings are in effect along the North Carolina coast tonight as Hurricane Maria moves north, but destruction from Maria may not be over. In Puerto Rico, a dam on the northwest side is close to collapsing. That could send floodwaters down into a community of 70,000 people. Residents were ordered to leave the area on Friday. 24 Iowa Air National Guard members will leave for Puerto Rico tomorrow. The 24-member team will assist with security and help maintain order as people living there begin the process of rebuilding. Puerto Rico requested this support from Iowa. For some Iowa Guard members, this will be their first time on a humanitarian deployment.
I've got a big heart. I've got 5 children, so for me to go down there and be able to help them out, I think that's a positive, and I'm just gonna take my little motherly advice and motherly part of me and go down there and do what I can.
Guard members have not been told how long they'll be gone, but most humanitarian deployments take about 1 to 2 weeks. They were supposed to leave today, but were grounded due to the weather. More than 24 dogs are in Iowa tonight. They were evacuated from Florida shelters before Hurricane Irma to make room for the animals displaced during the storm. 35 dogs arrived in Des Moines over the weekend. Animal Rescue League teams responded to Texas during Hurricane Harvey, so now they have a total of 72 dogs. Democratic lawmakers plan to send Illinois Governor Bruce Rauner a bill that would expand abortion coverage. It would allow women to use Medicaid or state employee health insurance to pay for the procedure. The bill passed the General Assembly back in May. Abortion rights groups say they want the governor to keep the pledge he made when he ran for office, that is, to support the bill. Rauner has 60 days to act. He will make a decision in the near future. Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds is reminding high school seniors and their parents to apply for college financial aid. The governor spent the morning with students in Des Moines. She reminded them that October 1st, which is Sunday, is the first day families can fill out a FAFSA form for college.
I certainly remember, it's been a while, but I remember how hard Kevin and I worked to help our 3 daughters through school, and certainly know that every dollar counts.
Nationwide, the average student loan debt for graduates last year was more than $37,000. Developing tonight, escalating tensions between North Korea and the United States. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un now accusing President Donald Trump of declaring war against the country. The threat follows a tweet from the president over the weekend. It read, "Just heard Foreign Minister of North Korea speak at UN. If he echoes thoughts of Little Rocket Man, they won't be around much longer." Kim Jong-un also warning tonight that Pyongyang reserves the right to take countermeasures. That includes shooting down U.S. bombers, even if they're not in its airspace. Tonight, the NFL says it will not discipline teams of players who refused to be on the field for the national anthem yesterday. It follows President Trump's remarks that NFL players should be fired for kneeling during the anthem. As Johnnie Norman reports, it's creating quite a firestorm of controversy.
Because the people run this country, not one individual, and damn sure not him.
Those remarks, just the latest from the sports world, where athletes, coaches, and owners are firing back against President Trump's calls for players to be fired.
Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL owners, when somebody disrespects our flag, to say, "Get that son of a off the field"?
I certainly disagree with, what he said and thought it was just divisive.
On Sunday, a strong showing of unity in the NFL spread from coast to coast and even overseas, where the Baltimore Ravens and Jacksonville Jaguars played in London. Locked arms, kneeled players, even a near-empty field during the national anthem as the Titans and Seahawks stayed in their locker rooms.
It is kind of a surreal scene.
People say it's unpatriotic, but it's unpatriotic of the president not respecting our rights.
The president praised NASCAR, a league with considerably fewer minorities than the NBA and NFL, saying the league won't put up with disrespecting our country or flag. Today, the White House asked about the disparity in the president's response to protesters in Charlottesville who cited heritage, not hate, versus NFL players protesting police brutality.
The debate is really for them about police brutality. They should probably protest the officers on the field that are protecting them instead of the American flag.
President Trump asserted today that his criticism of players who kneel during the anthem has nothing to do with race. Rather, he said the issue is about respect for our country, flag, and national anthem. Still ahead, celebrating the season. The fall activities going on at the Pride of the Wapsie Farm this season, and what goes into creating the perfect pumpkins and corn maze.
And we actually